One of the things I've previously discussed and made the prediction of is that you could see a Labour-Lib-Dem-Green, perhaps even the SNP thrown in, left-wing alliance at the next general election, given we've pretty much seen the Tories with substantial leads over Labour for a long time. Now that has changed in the latest poll, but I will discuss that in a separate video. But there's some evidence now centering around the North Shropshire by-election, caused of course by Owen Paterson announcing that he would be resigning as a Member of Parliament. Now this scandal that we've seen, accusations of Tory sleaze, no doubt about it, it's been handled very badly indeed, with the government described as behaving like a tired government in its dying days. I think Alex Wickham sums it up quite well actually. The thing that's so ridiculous is this would have all been over in 30 days if Paterson and Number 10 had just sucked it up rather than blowing it all out of all proportion. Instead, his political career is over and the Chief Whip's reputation is in tatters. But going back to this idea of an alliance between the left-wing parties, and frankly, can anyone tell me the difference, a substantial difference between the likes of Labour, Lib Dems and the Greens anymore? For me, it's all much of a muchness. It's that sort of metropolitan left-wing orthodoxy. I do not see a great deal of difference between those parties at all anymore. And so yeah, it was reported that they could potentially unite behind a candidate in the North Shropshire by-election, with Nick Eardley reporting that the Labour, Lib Dems and Greens have discussed the idea of an anti-sleaze candidate in North Shropshire, with it said there are people in all three parties keen on the idea and pushing it. Now, it doesn't look like this is going to happen. Labour now saying they will be standing their own candidate. But I think this is potentially a big story, because to see that conversation between those parties take place at this stage, I think indicates what we could see at the next general election. Now, if Labour are way ahead in the polls, I don't think Keir Starmer necessarily would go for this. But if there is a situation, as we've seen recently, pretty regularly, of the Tories 8, 9, 10 points ahead, maybe even more than that, I think there definitely is the possibility that the Labour, Greens and Lib Dem conversation of a potential alliance, whether it's giving free runs, this so-called progressive alliance they've talked about for a long time, hey, perhaps even doing a deal with the SNP in return for another referendum. So yeah, I find the fact that conversation went on clearly, joint candidate not happening in this particular by-election apparently. But keep your eye on this one and let me know what you think. Do you think there could be a left-wing coalition at the next general election or not? Keen to hear what you make of that, and as ever guys, do make sure you have hit subscribe and the bell as I keep bringing you all the very latest right here on my channel. And of course, thanks for watching.